Okay, good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. How you doing? Here we go again. It's not the first Friday of the month, actually, is it? It's the second Friday of the month, but it is live non-farm payroll day. So there we go. How's it going, Max? Can you hear me okay? Can everyone hear us okay, both of us?
Yeah, I can hear you absolutely fine, Andrew. If everybody can quick sound check, that would be great.
Yep, you can hear Max as well, because obviously it's coming through the speaker. Everything's coming through. It should be working fine. Good to see you all. We love this event where we both come on and talk at the same time and chew the fat and what have you. So, I don't know, Max. You're just under 30. How old are you, Max? You're about 30 something. I've been in the market for 33 years. I've never seen a non-farm payroll like this ever. Well, I would assume it's going to be something like you. I mean, obviously you've never seen anything like this. This is going to be a massive number. Yeah.
It is. It's going to be absolutely staggering, Andrew. And the more surprising thing is going to be the impact of the market. I don't know yet, but probably going to be a bit of a non-impact event.
Possibly. Possibly not an impact. Just for those of you joining for the first time, welcome, of course. If you're tuning in, I think we've opened this up to the YouTube followers, 200,000 now, Max, 200,000 followers we got, opened up to them as well. So you're welcome. We do this every non-farm payroll event. We basically stream it live. There's normally been some opportunities in the past. We've actually made a few pips on some of the recent events. Not sure about this one. But what we're going to be doing now over the next 40 minutes or so, we'll have a little chat now about non-farm payroll, the impact on the markets, what we may be looking at on the release. Then we will get onto the screens just before the announcement, which will be at the bottom of the hour, which is about 12 minutes away. We'll look at the impact. We'll see if we can make some pips out of it. I'm not going to trade just for the sake of it. As I say, this is a bit of a funny old number. But when all the dust settles, we'll give away our $1,500, which we do each and every month. So we've got a $1,500 prize giveaway. It's quite close this week. This month we had some strong contestants in the frame, because we always put out the. Just turn that squawk down a sec. Yeah, we have basically Mark, myself, and Max. We all put in our views for the winners, and a couple of backroom people as well with their views. I'm monitoring the chat all the time. So it's quite close. We had quite a few names in the ring this time. But we've come to our decision, and those that came an unheard of second will be in the chance for next month if you carry on. So good work had by all. So we're going to give away $1,500 in cold hard cash, courtesy of IC Markets, because it's not Max's money. Max has not put his hand in his pocket for a drink. He certainly won't be putting his hand in his pocket on a prize giveaway. So it's courtesy of IC Markets. They sponsor this. So. Thanks for that. Max's money, says Vicky. 800 jackpot, says Yomi. And we got I'm long on this stream, says Happy Chappy. Good. Max, I've just looked at the numbers in the room. We've got 804. I've never seen 804 people in the room for anything. I know. I was just looking at that myself. I think I'm going to go along the room as well. Yeah, absolutely amazing. 808, it's climbing. It's climbing. We've got to make some money. Where's my crystal ball? Oh, I mean, let's have a look at the charts. So this non-farm payroll, I mean, obviously everyone knows what's going on in the world. I have to say this twice. We're going for 22 million down. That's down 22 million people joining the unemployment claims in the US. It is unprecedented. I remember the day when we were looking at 150,000. Is it a good number? 180? Is it a bad number? 120,000 jobs added. This is 22 million down. Actually, I've mentioned it 3 times now. Unprecedented, totally. I know that's an underestimated word. And unemployment is on the screen there, isn't it? I've got it on the screen. For 4.4% last month to 16%. 16% unemployment. Canada, I think they're going for 18% unemployment and down 4 million on the jobs. Although I think that's been leaked, hasn't it? The CAD one, I think that's been leaked to just 2 million, which is why the CAD actually put on a little bit of a bid in the last 2 or 3 minutes or so. The loonie fell off a little bit as the dollar CAD fell off a little bit as that was leaked, so less than that was expected. But I don't know about you, Max, but I think this is a little bit of a non-event. I mean, if the numbers are really, really weak, and what is weak? I don't know what is weak. 22 million is weak enough. If it's 24 million, is that really bad? I mean, in line is bad, surely, but I think a lot of it is priced into the markets. But if it does come in really bad, I think you might see the stock market more than anything have the biggest impact this afternoon. I think you might see the stock market.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that.
I mean, I haven't got my screens at the moment, but the stocks are having a little bit of an update at the moment. I think, but we're sort of stuck at this level. A really bad number will impact the stocks down. But ordinarily, Max, normally, as you know, I mean, when the stocks go down, normally that is it's bearish for the US dollar. I mean, stocks go down means bond prices go up, and then the yields come down, and that's where the dollar follows. But I don't know about this one because if the stocks crash and burn, which I think they will do eventually anyway. By the way, that's not a day trade, but a longer term trade. You're going to find some safe haven bids coming into the dollar. So I don't really know how a bad number will affect the dollar. There could be the safe haven flows, or it could be, as it should do, and trade off. I mean, what do you think about the dollar if it's a bad number?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, I've been talking so much inside the room about safe haven cash flows and the fact that the correlation, like if you remember, not even a year ago, maybe 6 to 8 months ago, we saw so much of a correlation between like gold, safe haven commodity to the US dollar. The correlation there is completely and utterly broken now. I mean, gold is traveling with stocks. It's the correlation is completely broken between the dollar and loads of things. So I think at the moment with the COVID-19 under the spotlight, I think it's completely, like we said, Andrew, multiple times, I think it's futile to try and predict anything in terms of the fundamentals now and the impact the market.
Fundamentals. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, as technical traders, I mean, the charts are the charts, and I think ignoring the technical, the fundamentals is the way I think we play it. I mean, I'm looking at the dollar yen. By the way, folks, if you followed my dollar yen trade signal from yesterday, I don't think we got trade executed. I've just pulled my order from the order book, so it was a pending order. We've got to about 10 pips from the pending order. It's still quite a good level. We'll look at it on the charts in a moment when I get onto the screens. When I swing around, I'll tell you what, I'm going to swing around now. There you go. While we do that, I'll see what's going on there. There you go. You can see me now. So the dollar yen really, I think, was coming into this zone here. That if you see all the charts here, Max, this zone of sort of 106.50 to 106 sort of 70 zone. I still think this is a reasonably good sell level. I have pulled the order from the order book for myself, but if this market does react in any way and we see it trickle back up, I might be more inclined to take like a dollar yen short trade. Numbers are bad. They are going to be bad, and I think it's pretty much priced in. So I'm just going to be more sort of like in tune with the technicals. This is a blooming good level for trend continuation on selling the dollar yen. Do you have any trades running into the numbers, Max?
I've got nothing that's going to be directly impacted by the US data. I don't think necessarily. I've got a couple of bits and pieces. I've got a couple of signals out at the moment as well, waiting to execute a pound yen long that we're waiting for today. Lovely BCR on the 1 hour time frame there with the 50. So waiting for that to go up for about 50 or 60 pips, I think, for 132.30.
So which one's this?
It looks like
which one's this?
Getting ready now. In fact, pound yen.
Oh, pound yen. I am short pound yen. And what are you doing in pound yen?
Just taking a long up to 132.34.
Well, there you go, folks. I'm short pound yen. Max is long pound yen. Well, there you go. Isn't that that just shows it all? I mean, it doesn't mean that he's right. Doesn't mean Max is right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong, and vice versa. Doesn't mean if you're following your strategy and you're following your rules of engagement, both of us are right as far as I'm concerned. And we've obviously got different time frames as well that we're looking at. So I know some people sometimes play us off, don't they? Oh, Max has gone long that. Why are you going short? Because that's what it is. It fits my strategy, not the same as your strategy. The point about trading is following your own strategy or following a strategy. And what makes a market is, of course, different strategies playing off against each other. So I'm not saying you're going to be wrong on that, Max. I do hope you are wrong, though.
We'll see.
Let's have a look. Where's my? I just want to get. I've taken you off screen for some reason when that happens. I got to move you over there. How long we got? We've got just a couple of. I got about 5 minutes. Let's have a look at this pound yen again. Every time I hit the charts, you go off screen, which is a bit annoying. Pound yen. So I'm sure I took that trade yesterday, Max, and we were. I saw a 100 pip gain at one point. We are back to pretty much, just about almost back to entry at the moment. Pound yen for me. So I did see 100 pips out of that. I don't know if any of you are following that trade in the room, but we are still in that trade. I'm going to keep that trade running. Where's your target on the upside?
Upside target's 132.35.
132.35, and my stop is at 132.85. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to leave it over the weekend. Lucas asked me a question. Yeah, I will leave that long that trade in the markets over the weekend. I'm just looking at this. All these new people. They've all come into the room with. If they haven't put their pictures on the room, Max, they all look like you, with that dodgy jumper and that hair.
Hey, what's that?
Look, everyone's got this sort of like blue jumper now, and all that hair looks just like you. Sort of like caricature. It's like a caricature of you now.
That's a standard display picture for cool.
It looks like Max, isn't it, on a dodgy old jumper with all that hair. It's getting longer every day. I thought that's what they did. I did joke about it the other day in the room, I must admit, and they said I did tell them not to tell Max that I was taking the mick, but I mean, yeah. Holly Warshes, hello Andrew.
Moving on to Canada, the net change.
Max sniped the system. There we go. What about Eurodollar? How do you feel about the Eurodollar at the moment?
Well, how do I feel about it? It's not something that I particularly trade too much. To be fair, Andrew, at the moment it's traded between the moving averages. What I call no man's land on the 1 hour time frame. It's an area that I wouldn't trade a currency instrument in because it's got dynamic support and resistance either side of the price.
Yeah, I think I said exactly the same yesterday. Actually, it is in no man's land. I mean, my bias is obviously where the charts are telling me, and the charts are telling me my bias is only to be selling the euro at the moment against some of the crosses. So the euro really, I think, is a currency under the back foot. So I'll be interested to see today if the dollar does gain any strength, then I would expect to see the euro continue its push lower against baskets. But I agree, the euro itself against the dollar is pretty much in no man's land. It's almost flicking. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. This might be the best thing we do today, Max. I'm just going to get this little crystal ball, okay, which could be the best indicator today. So I've got my crystal ball sorted. Right, rubbing my crystal ball. Here we go, rubbing the crystal ball. Let's see what we got out of this. We've got about a minute to the figures now, folks. You're going to hear the numbers come out on my squawk here. So that's pretty instant. The stream is about 2 seconds, 3 seconds behind because of internet and all that. So don't think you're going to trade on the back of what we hear first. You'll see it on your charts more so than anything. I'm just going to pull up the euro dollar more than that, the dollar yen. I'm going to look at first and put your screen back on. So I'll be looking at the dollar yen, see what behaves here. If it does pull back up, I'll look to maybe to have a short. Here we go. We've got about 10 seconds. Here we go. You hear it coming out of the squawk.
Minus 20.5 million.
20.5 million.
Unemployment rate of 14.7%.
14.
Earnings 4.7 on.
It's pretty much in line actually. I mean, the dollar's pushing up a little bit now.
-1.52 million. Manufacturing payrolls -1.3 million.
The dollar's pushing up a little bit here.
Week hours 34.2. Participation 60.2. Moving to Canada loses 1.99 million jobs. Unemployment rate.
So this is pushing up a little bit, which I think is
-1,472,000. Part-time -5.
Well, 10 pips up. I don't know. I think that's
59.8%. Building permits -13.2,000.
That's the 1 hour. Here you've seen the.
We'll go back to the main data first. -20.5 million for non-farm payrolls. slightly better than the minus 22 million expected.
I will be taking a little short here, just above.
Minus 700.
I'm going to take a 0.25% risk by using the risk management tool. I'm just going to turn it on now. My profits are down there. This is only for the stream, folks. This is not a... I'm going to take a little short up here at around 55. My stop's going to be up there at... I'm going to have about a 20 pip stop on that just for the stream here. And we're going to place that... in fact, there it is now. So I'm going to place that now. And my profit target is going to be back down here. So
Canada losing one spot, 99 million jobs in April, unemployment rate up to 13%, not as high as the 18%.
I did get that trade off. I missed that. Gosh, it's just moved up. Okay, my penny order here, folks, is at 106.60 for dollar yen. Okay, and my profit target is going to be further down here. Just waiting for a bit of a pullback. So just so you know what I'm up to here. I'm going to try and knock some out here at 106.60. We just got up to 106.56 and pulled back. And my stops at 106, I would say 85, I think is a better place to have that now. So 25 pip stop on this intraday trade. Yeah,
President Trump says some states, including
completely non-event as we expected. But what was the number? 20.5 was it, Max?
Yeah, 20.5. Yeah.
20.5, unbelievable, wasn't it? 20.5 million people. I mean, you just wouldn't have seen anything like that or envisaged anything like that. I mean, if you'd have known that in the future, it's like, what could have happened to put 20 million people unemployed in a month? I mean, it's just, you just wouldn't have predicted it. You couldn't have predicted anything like this, ever, could you? Apart from maybe a nuclear war or something like that. M. Narana says, this will hit your target. Hopefully it hits the target. It doesn't look as though it's going to be getting off at the moment. My entry is at 106.60. Profit targets for trend continuation down. I still quite like that level, to be honest. I mean, we've got the old support. Trend is down. Higher time frame trend is down. There's going to be massive resistance above this level, I think. If we do pop up, and that number, I mean, because it's 1.5 million better than the analysts thought, why would the dollar go better on the back of that? It's horrible. Absolutely. What else is going on? Anything going on in the CAD? How's the CAD reacting? What are those numbers in the CAD? Did you see those?
CAD's not really doing too much at all at the moment. It's not made a fresh high or anything at the moment on the index, just topping out. Yeah. Oil did get a bit of a blip up.
Oil's blipping up, is it?
Yeah, oil had a little bit of a spike.
Yeah, well, go on, say again.
Yeah, pound's had a little bit of an intraday push to the upside, now back down where it was.
President Trump says he's having a very
and let that ride out.
With China.
Right, yeah, let's see if we get
continuing to the downside.
Let's see if this gets a trade away. Let's see how we do. I'm just gonna close your camera down for a second, Max, and start it up again because there's better ways to do that, I'm sure.
If you just minimise it, it should.
No, it doesn't. Every time I hit the screen to a chart, you disappear. Oh, you say minimise it?
Yeah, if you minimise it, it should leave a little picture somewhere on one of your screens.
Yeah, that's right. It should do, shouldn't it? But it doesn't.
Yeah, Skype's all over the place at the moment.
You notice that as well?
The trade deal says he's having a hard time.
You notice that as well? Skype's just bizarre, isn't it? What's going on?
Yeah.
Just repeat, Trump asked about the trade deal. Says he's having a hard time with China.
He's having a hard time with China. There you go. Right, let's see if we get this trade away. Let's have a look what else is going on. I'm just going to have a quick look at the momentum meter, which, as you know, tells me where the currency flows are. For those of you that don't watch this on a regular basis, it shows me at the moment that the yen the dollar's had a bit of a push up, this green line. The yen is pushing down, the pound, as you say, is pushing down. CAD likes it a little bit, so CAD likes its numbers. So at the moment, maybe the CAD yen has got something going on. Let's have a look at CAD yen for an intraday trade to the downside. Looks as though CAD's getting the bids. Oil prices are doing really well recently, isn't it? From those lows. Nice pin there on the pound yen. CAD yen to the upside. Will you take CAD yen? Of course, broken out of that key level of old support, acting. Should have acted as resistance, hasn't. Broke through and back down to retest. CAD yen must be goes higher. CAD yen with a 30 pip stop to these highs up here would be a bias, I would say. That was mostly better than flicking a coin. CAD is long. CAD is being bought at the moment. So CAD yen, guys, if you're looking at something to do with the CAD, maybe trade it against the yen, the weaker currencies. Remember, it's all about buying strong and selling weak. That's what we want to be doing.
Just to read this last comment from the BLS in a full report.
Set and forget, yeah. UJ, Max, 886 people in the room, Max.
That's over and above the number absent for other reasons.
It's absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? Absolutely phenomenal. 886.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's have a look how many of you guys are tuning in on the YouTube. I've got we got 1,900 people listening in on YouTube as well, so thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry we're not making any money for you. Not at the moment. Anyway, just having a quick recap here of my trades. I'm short the pound yen. Okay, nice little 1 hour pin into that resistance zone. Short pound yen with a stop above 132.80. Profit targets down there at 130 basically. Euro yen, I know. Oh, you're long euro yen, aren't you?
Yeah, long euro yen as well. Yeah, long euro yen as well.
So
only intraday trades. I'm short long term, both of them. So try not to get try not to get everyone, the buyers, confused. I'm still long term short yen and euro yen and pound yen.
If you're long
short term intraday trades, we've got a couple of longs on.
So if you're short term little yen short, sell, then you might agree with the CAD yen buy. I would have thought on that basis.
Yeah, I do agree with the CAD yen on that front. Yeah, I think probably see a bit of a price action pullback first before the long. But then for me, CAD yen long.
That'd be the bias, but obviously it's got to fit your rules before you take the trade. You don't just take a bias or the hunch like a shooting. You've got to have rules that get ticked off. I mean, I was chatting to a one-on-one earlier this morning. I'm sure he's listening in now. About that. He's been doing okay, but he's just basically random trading. Trading bias is not it's not something that works in the long run. You need to have reasons to enter and keep doing the same thing over and over again. The consistency of it all. So yeah, bias is one thing, but the entries and the exits, it's something you should all have defined. Let's have a look at the dollar yen. Are we any closer to getting that trade away? Not the. Nope, rolling back off again. Okay, well, I'm leaving it in there. I mean, I could.
Some more data here.
I'm not going to trade it. I'm not going to just trade it for the sake of it, but I think it is a good level here. As I say, it was pretty much my entry on that trade signal that didn't get triggered yesterday. Yesterday's trade signal for those that. Let's have a look here. Here it was. So yesterday's trade signal was longer term, of course. Was shorting here at 106.50, the stop at 107.15, profit target 105.30. I have pulled that now, but I still quite like this bias, guys. So we'll see if that gets triggered on this session. Maybe we'll get on to do some 5-minute trading later. But, Friday afternoon maybe is not the best time to be doing that. What about the euro dollar? What is going on in the euro? Against the dollar at the moment. Let's have a look here, just putting it up. So the euro still weak, isn't it? The euro still looking a little bit soft there. I would be, I mean, I know we say it's pretty much in no man's land, Max, but that is I think the bias is still there's a lot of resistance through up here. So I think the path of least resistance for me remains to the downside. This is going to be hard to get through. If you're shorting this with stops above 109, 60, 70 pip stop, I don't think you will do too much damage on that, quite honestly. That's my bias, but as I say, I haven't got my own money on it at the moment, but that would be my bias on that. Nice little head and shoulders pattern, I suppose. Guess coming in here on the 4 hour as well. Break of that neckline could see 150 pips to the downside. Sorry, Max, have you just dropped something? Are you still with us?
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's fine. I just dropped my pen, mate. I completely agree about the bearish view on Euro USD as well. I mean, Euro USD, let's face it, it's been short for years. So apart from little 4 hour and maybe the odd day, price fluctuations here and there, it's just short, isn't it? It's just continued short. I mean, the USD at the moment, I'm watching the index, the dollar index. We get 20.5 million unemployed, and the dollar's risen from 99.68 to 99.82. So it's risen off that data. So this is why I'm talking about, guys. It's futile to try and use the economic data points at the moment to predict what the market's going to do, to predict price. It's really futile.
I agree. Yeah.
The fundamentals don't mean anything at the moment in terms of the individual data points. It's all about COVID, and that's any of this damage to the individual economies is going to be priced in to a big extent. So just follow the technicals.
Indeed, yeah. I'm just looking, Max. Every time we do this live event, and every time we come on, you've got an extra screen. Are you building up on screens there? How many you got now then? You got that massive big one in the corner. That's a nice one. What's that? Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got two 36-inch ultra wides in the middle, two 28-inch wide screens at either side, a 60-inch 4K LPC there, and a laptop down there.
Note to self: get another screen. Max has got 6. Okay, fine, fair enough. Yeah. The more screens. Do you think you need 6? No, I've got. No, I'm joking. I have got.
Playing Warzone.
Huh?
It's because I love playing Warzone, Andrew. So when I'm in the middle of trading the markets, I can then just turn left and play Call of Duty.
I must admit, I do like a bit of flight simulator. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like a bit of flight simulator. Microsoft are about to launch. Well, I'm a pilot, so I mean, I can't fly at the moment. So I mean, and the Microsoft new flight simulator that's coming out is going to be, it's going to be as real as it gets. I've been watching the build up of it. I mean, it's amazing what they've got coming out on that. And I have also got a 54-inch flat screen, touchscreen 4K monitor, which I bought for the charts, but also to play the flight simulator on when it comes out. So there you are.
Good man.
Max, I think it could be this time of the day, mate. I think it could be the time of the day where we have to start chucking out some money to keep people motivated in here. What do you think about that?
I think it's a great idea, Andrew.
Right, okay. Trained airline mechanic. Used to fly Cessna 172. Lord Redwall. I fly a Cessna 185 float plane. Trained on a 152, but I'm certified on a 185 float plane, which was my pride and joy. Right, it's time we gave away some money, I guess. Right, as we always say every month, this trading community. We've got 870 people in the room at the moment, 876 people. Great growing community, great bunch of people in here. It's grown massively over the last 3 years since we've been doing this, and it's great to see such lovely people in here. And this is like our chance to give a bit back. It's not all about me, Max, and Mark. It is about the community we've created. We just happen to sit here all day long, trying to add value and add that sort of helping hand to the aspiring traders and some traders that have been trading for a long time as well, who are in here as well, adding their value as well. So it's our chance to give a little bit back, and it really was a bit of a tight call this month, but we came to a consensus. And in fact, I did jump on a call with Max just before before we came online and said we've gone with this guy. That was the consensus, and he was basically saying, yeah, totally agrees, thumbs up as well. So we have agreed on this winner this month. So this month's winner to the best trade room contributor. So this is someone that's getting involved, helping others, always in the room, wishing to share a hand and commenting as well. So it really is commendable what this chap's done over the not last month. I think he came very close in the last 2 or 3 months, really. But it gives me great pleasure this month to click this button and award it to So congratulations to Markinos. Well deserved from all of us here at ForexSignals. I remember it's not just Max and myself. There are people behind the scenes, and there is a bit of a theory to it as well. So thank you indeed, Markinos. Congratulations. I don't know if is he in the room? I didn't see him acknowledge it.
He is.
Yeah?
He is.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's in the room.
Okay, great. Well done, Markinos. Congratulations on that. You are a well-deserved winner of this month's... all right, looks like I've just taken a trade there, by the way. So I'm just short now the dollar yen. But yeah, well-deserved, Markinos. So congratulations on that. Okay, so the other $500 that we're going to be giving away today, remember it's not Max's money, it's IC Markets money, is going to the best trade signal provider for the previous month. And the trade signals this month, folks, has been really good. Lots of really good signals coming in from a big diverse member base as well. So lots of people have been getting involved. It's growing daily, this area. Remember, if you ever want to follow someone, that's you like the signal, you can literally go to their profile page, click the follow, which is like the little plus sign, and when you do that, I'll show you in a moment when I get on the screen, but when you do that, you will get an email when that person sends out a trade signal. So if you follow Max, for example, in fact, I'll show you how to do that now, just so we do that. So say if I wanted to follow Max, I would go to his profile by clicking on his face there. Look at his hair on that one. So you can see what's been going on since he had this picture done. So if I wanted to... Sorry, Max. So if I want to follow Max, I click that little button there. I'm going to get an email. It says you are now following Max. I'm going to get an email every time Max sends out a signal. So you can follow me, you can follow Max, you can follow Mark, or you can follow one of your fellow members in the room here, and you will get an email when that person releases a trade signal. So, and it's great because it's growing each and every day. We've got some real good signals coming out as well. The trade signal winners are not necessarily someone that has winning signals all the time, because no one has winning signals all the time. Signals are just an idea of your trading style and your strategy, and that's what I put out on mine. Of course, I've got real money behind them, but I'm not gauging. We don't gauge the winners on people that just call the market right all the time, because as I know more than anyone, you could just get lucky. We give it to the people that are consistently contributing to that part of the community. And we also like to see people that are actually following some consistency in what they're doing, rather than just placing the ad hoc trade, which is fine, but consistency also works, because then hopefully we can see then people are actually gaining some direction. They're actually learning from what we're teaching here. So that was also a credit score if you're posting the trade signals. But thank you everyone for posting signals over the last month. We are now going to give this month's winner to a well-deserved So congratulations to Soldad. Congratulations. What I particularly liked, and pleased that Max concurred, was the fact that this guy basically been following. Was actually following. They're pretty much the same strategy. It's like a trend following strategy here. Aussie dollar, pound dollar. So he's been putting in some really great signals over the last month. This is like 10 days ago, so he's been really active in the room, and also following the same theme. He's showing you his reasons. He's got this trend following pullback strategy, very similar to mine. So thank you for that, Soldad. from Somalia. So great to see you and your contributions in the room. So we really do thank you for that. Okay, did anyone see, is Suldad in the room? Mouser says he follows Suldad, so that's good. If you don't, as I said, if you don't follow, then of course you can always follow now, and anyone gets when anyone puts out the signal, you'll get that notification. Right, okay, so we're in this trade at the moment. Let's have a look. Dollar yen, I'm in this trade, a few pips just gone first at the moment, so it's a nice little trade. If you're in the trade with me, I've got stops up there. It's about a 20 pip stop, so it's just it's about, actually 85 was the stop, beg your pardon. Let me just move that stop to 85. So the 85 is the stop. So we got about so it's about a 22 pip stop, and our profit target is going to be back down there at around 26 pips. So slightly better than 1-to-1 with the trend. That's my bias. I'm in that trade. 3 pips in the green. Well done for you. Love this community. It says Som. Oh, I haven't got your picture on. I love this community. It says Som 246. No more, no money, no beer for me this month. Multi spirits. Well, there's always next month. The competition, the $500 for next month starts now. Okay, so we get all the data from now, and obviously then we analyse the data and look at the contributions across. So now June's competition has just begun, but still got $500 to give away. $500, and this is the Wandom Waffle. Okay, so this is open to everyone. For all you auditors out there that are sitting there on the sidelines, not getting your feet wet in the room, chatting, trade signals, get involved. But if you don't, you still got a chance of winning $500 if indeed you have registered with the in the competition there. So let's just show you how to do that. So you go over to the trading room. You can see the awards in here. Yours is going to look different than mine if you click here, because obviously I'm hosting this at the moment, so I will have a different view than yours. But if you click on awards, you will see something in here that basically says enter your details in here, and you'll enter that for next month's draw. You won't be in this month's draw if you're just doing it now, because, well, you might be actually. I suppose you would be if you but I'm about to pull the trigger in about 10 seconds, so you won't be. Let me just put you there, Max. And I'll put you over there for this because, in fact, I'll put you beside me, nice and. Oh no, social distancing. Put you over there. So what I'm going to do now is I will click launch the raffle. You will see your name in there scrolling through. It's going to go pretty quick. I know some people do record this and play it back in slow motion just to make sure their name's in there. That's how much it means to some people. I've had someone do that last year sometime. He said, I recorded it, slowed it down, and my name wasn't in there. So anyway. So I'm going to launch this raffle, and the winner will be completely random. Hopefully we know the winner. Hopefully we know who the guy is. He's or girl active in the room. But sometimes they are completely people that maybe have come in once and don't participate too much. That does happen. Launching the raffle, and pick a winner, and it's now going to scroll through. So there you are. There are all the names, and the winner this month goes to. I don't know, still scrolling through. Gosh, lots of names in here now. Still free to enter, so why not get involved? DB Dan, 1995. Never heard of him. No, I think I have actually.
DB Dan?
Huh? Yeah.
We know DB Dan.
Do we?
Yeah, we know DB Dan. I think he's been a member for a while.
Brilliant. Okay, well, excellent. I love it when people win that are actually participants in the room. So that's brilliant. Really good to see that, DB Dan. For all the winners today, if you just send an email to support@ForexSignals.com, and we will get that sorted out. We'll send that money straight into the account. Okay, so there's our $1,500 thrown away. Makes a nice good Friday afternoon for some people. So that's good stuff. Well done to all those winners. You have to be with IC Markets. Yeah, you have to have a live account of IC Markets, but you don't have to trade micro. There's no one of these things you've got to trade a certain amount. You can literally take the money out immediately. If you don't want to keep it in there. So it is real cash. You can take it out. You don't have to trade. I've seen people out there that say you've got to trade like 50 lots before you can have the money. You know, I mean, that's just not fair to do that. So it's pure money out of the account. What if your live account is zero in it? Yep, that's okay. Headshot. You don't need to fund it. Just have a live account. There's none of this. No small print in here. They've got as long as you've got a live account, and they've got to put money into it. So you've got to have a live account. Yeah, there you go. Right. Okay. Well, congratulations there. I don't know what else is going on around the markets. Let's have a quick look. We are seeing. What are we seeing? Are we seeing anything going on? Just having a look at the momentum meter here on the lower time frame charts. Any of you here that are not regulars in the room and you want to get your hands on any of these tools we've got here, you can do so. They're all free to our members here in the room, as the members know. If you're listening in from YouTube and so forth, show me at the moment the CAD's still looking strong. So the CAD yen is still looking very good. I haven't got money on it myself, but that is the good bias at the moment. Buying CAD, selling yen, looking okay at the moment. So it's breaking out of that zone that we saw. Pound is looking weak. We like the pound weakness. I like the pound weakness. I'm short pound against the yen. But the yen is not, so that's mostly gone back to break even now, with the yen looking weak as it is. But the pound is still looking weak. Quite like pound weak against pound CAD. There you go. Pound CAD's a trade. Maybe pound Aussie. I tell you what, pound Aussie might be doing something. Max, I quite like pound Aussie this week. I've had some winning trades on that, which has been.
Me too, Andrew.
Have you?
Me too. Yeah. I went did 260 pips on a GA short, and also did another trade thing on the same GA at the same time. The last one was open for those of the traders who missed out on the first one. So second one was 145, first one was 260.
That's brilliant. I think we had that in our weekly report last week as well, didn't we? I can't remember offhand. I think it was one that we had.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember either, buddy. I can't remember.
But it was I mean, that's been a playground for trend followers. That I mean, it's been an absolute playground. Nice to see found out moving averages. We've actually broken through this. Really, I'm looking at the 4-hour chart here, guys. Let me put you back on there, Max. Sorry, I've broken out of this 4-hour support zone, which should have been a mighty big support zone. It's basically the where this big ascent. This looks like Hakeneshi candles on the way up, and we broke through there. Now back up to retest. The retest hasn't shown any real significant pullback, which could have got back up to this zone, reasonably. I wouldn't have been too surprised, but it hasn't done. The pullback has failed pretty quickly. I think technically the pound Aussie trade at these levels has mostly got more mileage to the downside. You have to go out really to the weekly to see where the next support zone is. Next support zone back down there, sort of 87.20 zone. So I think there's more mileage to be had, pound Aussie to the downside. I might make a note of that for Monday's trade for the weekly report, Max. We will remind each other. So let's make a note of that. We'll look at that. We'll see how it goes.
Absolutely.
But it's something that I think we'll have a look at certainly into next week. Pound weak across the board anyway. I mean, you might see a bit of a dead cat bounce on pound on Monday because Boris Johnson might be lifting some of the restrictions. So they might think, the economy is getting back. I was talking to a friend of mine, a school friend. I was on a Zoom meeting last night, Max, with my schoolmates. So there's 8 of us on this meeting that I've known since I was 4.5 years old. Not meeting, but beer, drinking in the garden. One of them is a top surgeon in a top London hospital. I won't mention his name or the surgeon, but he's a top surgeon. He's not, he's higher than a doctor and what have you. And he was basically telling me a little bit about what's going on in his hospital at the moment. That's basically all COVID. And they are actually a little bit fearful about what's going to happen when they start releasing some of these lockdowns. I mean, they're getting a little bit concerned about it there. So we might see a bit of a bounce on Monday for sterling, but I don't think that necessarily is a reason to start loading up the pound. Pound is still a weak currency on the board, so possibly some opportunities in shorting that. John Zoe says he's been short pound Aussie for 2 weeks. Oh, there you go. Well, you'll be making lots of money then. I'm just having a quick look here on. By the way, here we go. I just want to make this little announcement because I've just had a look at the YouTube channel. We're on social media, obviously, with the YouTube, all the followers there, and good to see so many of you in the room at the moment. But don't get scammed by Instagram, by people posing as ForexSignals or posing as me. There is a scammer out there at the moment that's trying to pose and trying to get you to send money under a managed account. We will never ask you to send us money here at ForexSignals.com. It's not something we do. It's not in our business model. We don't manage other people's money. We simply have a membership fee. If you want to be here for a year, there's a small fee, but that's the only money you'll ever have to part with us. It's all done through a recognised payment walls as well. We'll never ask you to send money, so please don't get scammed into sending money if they pose as me. Talk to me first if you think so. You're being spammed. Anyway, just having a quick look here. Freeman says, "Hi Max, are you on Instagram?" Well, I've just covered that. We are. We have Instagram channel. You haven't got your own one. I don't think he's asking. You haven't got your own one, have you, Max? Instagram?
My own,
No.
No. Sorry. No, I don't have my own Instagram. No, I use the ForexSignals one to release the 60-second clip breakdowns of the markets, but I don't have my own personal Instagram.
Yep. Okay. Good. And I think the Instagram channel is ForexSignals TV.
Yeah, that's right.
Maxwell Fundra says, "Why does IC Markets not have Botswana accounts?" I don't know. You've got to take that up with them. Mohammed says, "No, that's nothing there." Emmanuel says, "You gave a signal pound Aussie beginning of this week." It was this week, was it? Emmanuel says to me on YouTube that the pound Aussie was this week. Good. That's right. Yes. Well, we hit targets on that pretty quickly. So it shows you how quick a week goes, isn't it, Max? Blimey.
Yeah, it is unbelievable.
Someone here says, "Max, where do you get your haircut?" No, he doesn't, Max. I'm sorry, just making that one up.
Well, there's some hair envy going on in this room.
A lot of hair envy going on in this room. Yeah, lots of comments coming through on the YouTube as well. So thanks all for that. What about the pound CAD? Says Nilish. Pound CAD. Yes, pound CAD, Nilish. I think pound CAD, I'll put it up for you. I mean, you just said on YouTube here, what's the pound CAD looking like? Well, CAD's been weak, but at the moment, CAD is showing some strength. Pound CAD, same type of thing here. We've broken through some key level of resistance, support, back into it. And this is putting in like one of these bearish engulfing patterns at that level of previous resistance. Very simple bit of price action there. This is a mighty level of resistance. And you're putting in that rejection pattern. I think the pound CAD goes low as well. So yeah, I mean, we'll look on that one as well. But I think pound CAD, pound Aussie, both nice little trades going on there. Certainly, you'll have my blessing on shorting of that. Andrew C says here in ForexSignals, I only joined Tuesday, placed pound Aussie, nicely in profit, great start to trading. Thank you, Andrew. But as you know, it's not all about one trade, and it's not all about following one signal. Watch your stop on the dollar yen, up at 85. That's 85 if you're a floor trader. That's 85. So where is it now? I mean, have I been stopped out? Let's have a look. Have we been stopped out? It's only an intraday trade. It's a scalp trade for this. No, it's trading pretty much at entry at the moment. So we're still in that one. Why is the yen crashing? Well, let's have a look at stocks quickly. The stock market's pushing up a little bit, I guess. Yeah, so the stocks are pushing up a little bit. I put the stocks to crumble this day last week. I'm still going to leave it there. Stocks are pushing up a little bit. So there is... I mean, Ricky says, why is the yen crashing? Well, here's my take on it. And it's just my take. Because we can't always define a reason for entry. Sorry, Max, I got you off the camera again. Let me put you back.
That's all right, no worries.
I just want to make sure you're not picking your nose or something, so just want to catch you off guard. If you've come off camera, you never know I'm going to put you back on, Max, so be careful.
I actually just put Warzone on again.
Oh, did you? So the market is going to a bit of a risk on at the moment, okay? Bit of a risk on. Risk on normally has the low yielding currencies. This is the theme I've been talking about for like 20 years. Slightly changed maybe a bit over COVID stuff, but risk on normally sees a bit of a weakness in the yen, Swiss franc. The low yielding currencies are used to fund stock buying. Okay, so ordinarily, fund players would want to invest in the US stock market. They need to buy dollars. So what they do is they borrow the cheapest currency out there, which are the low yielders. So they borrow currencies like the yen because it's very cheap to borrow, and then they borrow the currency. Then they sell that currency in the forex market to buy the currency of the investment, of the stocks. So that's basically why the theory behind the risk-off theory and risk-on. And of course, when all that reverses and the stock markets crash, then of course traders are selling their stocks and they've got to pay back their money. They've got to borrow, they've got to buy back their yens that they've sold in the market, and the yen goes up. That's the basics behind it. So I think the yen is having a little bit of a negative afternoon as the stocks breach 24,000 on the Dow again. So we're having another positive day. This is getting positive, as Max said a moment ago. It's getting positive on the fact that we've only got 21.5 million unemployed this month, as opposed to 22 million, or 20.5, I think it was, wasn't it? I think that's ludicrous, bonkers. Right, Max, I think we will leave it there. Congratulations to all our winners today. We'll do it all again next month, so make sure you start getting yourself registered for that. And we will look forward to seeing you on the joint event again next week. Just having a quick look at gold's coming back a little bit. Just finishing off here, and we are seeing the yen is coming back a little bit at the moment. Okay, moving up. So yes, okay, thanks folks. Euro yen signal, still euro yen, still short euro yen. So that trade signal still valid. Can't say more than the trade is valid, in play. Okay, so in play, I think a bit of a pullback going on there, but nothing to get too excited about. Okay, just 20 pips offside there with a big wide stop. Okay, folks, thank you all indeed for tuning in. We will see you again next month for the non-farm payroll. If you're tuning in from YouTube, I hope to see you as well. For those of you who are tuning in the room, I will see you in about 3 hours' time for the London Forex Market Wrap. And I guess, Max, are you finished streaming for the week? Are you done?
Yeah, that's right, Andrew. Yeah, last stream for me of the week. I'll be tying up a few ends, telling people what to do with their positions pre-weekend. The euro, actually, but just before we go, guys, I would probably be looking to get out of the euro yen upon the next 15-minute candle close. So if you're in the euro yen long, get out of it wherever it is upon the next 15-minute candle close. At the moment, we're up about 35 pips, so just get out of it and be done with it pre-weekend. And enjoy the win.
Well, brilliant.
But apart from that, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Look forward to catching you all on Monday. And take care. Stay safe.
Brilliant. Well, thanks. Congratulations, Max, on that winning trade you got there going on the euro yen. I'm still short, but I've got plenty of way to go on it. So that's we could both be making money on that one. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a smashing weekend. If you're leaving us now in Asia Pacific, if you're not, then I'll see you in about 3 hours' time. If you're leaving from YouTube, stay safe, most importantly, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, guys. Good luck.